Hello, this is Mr. Deon Brown, licensed clinical professional therapist, certified trauma professional, aka the DMV therapist, aka the church clinician. I want to come before you to talk about a challenging subject that's impacting a lot of us right now, and that is grief and how we can deal with grief and loss. When we're talking about grief and loss, there's many things that people can grieve over, as well as many things that people can lose or experience loss from. Particularly today, I want to talk about the loss of a loved one, friends, or family, and whether you are suffering from a gradual loss where you knew the person would be departing this world, or whether you're suffering from a sudden loss where something happened to the person suddenly, whether you're suffering from a traumatic loss where maybe the person was murdered or killed or physically assaulted, or whether you're, you know, a black and brown person like myself, as we are all dealing with issues related to racism and police brutality that's affecting us globally and dealing with a loss. I want you to know that there's a number of things that you can do to try to help you deal with deal with the challenges associated with uh, grief and loss. So, number one is to realize that there are stages to grief. There's a number of different theories and approaches and philosophies, but one of the popular theories, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, she talks about 5 stages of grief that we go through, and we experience things like um, denial or depression, anger, uh, bargaining, um, acceptance, and just going through denial that it even happened. So I want you to keep in mind that these stages of grief are not etched in stone. Sometimes people go through all of the stages systematically. Other times people go through these stages concurrently, as well as there's no set time frame or approach for you to go through these stages. But there are stages of grief that you may experience and go through different emotional and mental upheavals. Number two is to recognize the symptoms of grief. What do you mean symptoms? So there may be some emotional symptoms like anger, frustration, hurt, disappointment, shock, disbelief, as well as there may be some physical symptoms of grief that you may deal with, like insomnia, changes in your appetite, muscle aches, and other types of disturbances. Number three is to um, allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to grieve. Sometimes want to um, we want to not be open to experiencing the emotions of grief, but it's very important that you allow yourself to grieve. So if that comes in the form of tears and you need to let yourself cry or let yourself go through whatever you need to go through to grieve, there's no one set way to grieve. There's no time frame or time limit to grieve. Don't let anybody put that on you either. Allow yourself to grieve however you need to grieve. And if you need to let it out through tears, emotional, yelling outbursts, however it needs to come out, let it out. Let it out. It's perfectly fine and it's okay. And lastly, number four, lean on your friends and family. Know you're not being a burden. You're not being overloading and overwhelming. They they love you. They're your support system. They're your support network. So lean on your family and friends. I hope that this was helpful for you all, as we all are dealing with various levels of grief in the world and in the nation. And this is part one. I will be releasing some more information. Again, this is Mr. Deon Brown, licensed clinical professional therapist, certified trauma professional. Please follow me. Please follow me on Instagram at _DMV therapist, _DMV therapist. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, The Church Clinician, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, The Church Clinician. If you need to reach me, you can reach me via email at info@djb. That's info@djbtherapeutic-solutions.com. www.djbtherapeutic-solutions.com, as well as www.thechurchclinician.com. I hope that this is helpful for you in dealing with your grief and loss. Take care.